So we're talking about collectibles. This is a topic we've always wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Like all the way back in 2019, we were like, oh man, we should talk about fucking Funko Pops and stuff.
Yeah.
Had to fix the audio. And in that time, in the last 4 years, our viewpoints on collecting has changed a ton.
Yeah.
And we have also gone through these crazy phases of like, a lot of this episode is going to be talking about Funko.
Yeah.
Funko as a brand, because for some reason we became addicted in about 2018.
Even before, it was several
Really?
years. It was like
Was it really?
2016 to like up to COVID.
There's no way.
Yeah.
We weren't doing it in high school.
Yeah, we were.
Were we?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
You were in high school working at FYE, which is why we got into it.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
We have been doing this forever.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And we sold most of them. But we'll get into that.
So,
Oh, sorry.
Funko, right, initially,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, Funko Pops, these things that we have in every single episode on here, which have all been mine, by the way.
We're going to get into mine.
Haven't brought
Yeah.
his collection
I
here.
got so many more.
But Funko is just this. Some collectors like to take them out of the box like this. Some people like to leave them in the box where it holds all the value. That is where I firmly believe. Some people
put it in
them
a second box.
in a protector. Like that. And sometimes you just like the pop so much that you buy it, knowing that the box is shit because you just want it to light up.
I did not know that did that.
The only reason I bought this pop. The box was like water damaged and shit, so I threw the box away.
Okay.
He does that. And that's cool.
How my Jerry's are.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
So, for us, I don't know about you. I've been collecting things for my entire fucking life. Like, I can go all the way back to, you know those coin machines in like a ShopRite or in like a supermarket? Where you put like 4 quarters in, you push the metal thing, and it gives you like a tattoo or something that you stick onto yourself or some stupid shit. They used to do that with like a single Yu-Gi-Oh card. And I can remember being in kindergarten. My mom was like, you want a card? Go ahead. It was Summon Skull. It was a piece of crap card.
Fuck you.
Summon Skull?
I love Summon Skull. Wait, no. Who am I thinking of?
Oh, no, this wasn't. Skull Servant. That's it.
Skull Servant?
Skull Servant. It was not Summon Skull.
I was going to say, you're talking shit
literally-
about Summon Skull right now. We're going to fight.
It was like a piece of crap card.
Okay.
300 attack, 300 defense, a single star. Piece of crap card. But this is what started me. Then I went to kindergarten that day, and the addiction began. So, they're here somewhere. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that I really like. Took my cards together and built senior year because that was a big thing for us in high school.
It was
But everything
middle
else
school.
is gone. What?
It was middle school. You had the tournament in the lunchroom.
We did.
And
Because you
then-
were also...
Kind of into it because
Yes.
I got excited and I bought a deck. And guess what? I threw it all out, including the card I won off you.
Mystic Dragon, I think, right?
Probably
Or
something like
Stardust
that.
Dragon, something like that.
No, some kind of giant fucking
We had that
dragon.
tournament. I was in like 4th grade. That was funny. 5th grade?
6th, 7th?
There's no way.
It was my. Yeah,
Maybe
I was in
6th grade.
8th, so if you're right below me,
I
you
was
had.
in 7th?
Yeah.
There's no way.
And then you did one more year when I was gone, and I think that was it.
Oh, that's right. We only did it twice. I
Yeah.
remember. No, but I'm saying senior year is because senior year is the last time I like played Yu-Gi-Oh, where I like went out of my way to go on Amazon and like buy certain cards to build a deck. But just like you, I got rid of all my cards. I got rid of all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. All my Pokemon cards are long gone.
Yeah.
But this was also like years before the craze.
Pokemon, I stopped playing in like 5th grade.
I never played Pokemon fucking correctly.
Neither did I.
But I just mean I collected the cards.
Yeah,
so
I
you
never
buy
played
them wherever.
Yu-Gi-Oh correctly. I just played. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. The card's down.
You can't tell me what to fucking do. You don't even know me.
You can't. There's too many stars on that. You can't just throw that down. I'm like, I just did.
I just did. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? What else have I collected? I collect fucking everything. I have Transformers in that closet that I've had for 20 years.
Okay, so I wasn't a Transformer collector, but
Yeah.
for a while I had a bunch of fucking Bionicles. Yeah?
I have a mountain of Bionicles in the closet.
I had this one dude who was the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah.
He was on a giant spider, and it was on like a leash, and he had like 2 faces. He was the coolest fucking thing. Every time I got grounded,
heck?
I would break him apart and just rebuild him because it would take me like an hour.
Okay.
It was so good, and I was like I got that like shortly after that All-American Rejects commercial came out that really got me on the kick.
Yeah,
they started-
Bionicles were the shit.
They were fucking cool.
I have a ton of them still sitting
Yes.
in there.
You
You
got a
know
Bionicle
Bionicles?
movie?
Lego?
That's not the same thing.
No, but it's
Just
the
like
same parent
Roblox.
company.
Is it really? Are they just in charge of our entire childhood? Back open too?
Side's open.
Open.
It does. Yes. Bionicle is owned by Lego.
This is the front. There's a steering wheel in it.
Nonetheless, I've collected Lego for all my fucking life. I have a thing this has been a thing for, I think, 6 or 7 years of me, where every Christmas my mom buys me like a Lego Star Wars ship.
Yeah.
Because I love Legos, but I only like Star Wars, and they have to be ships, because they
Yeah.
have to come with people with lightsabers.
Yeah.
It's been like this since I was in middle school. So this counts as one of them, even though it's not a ship.
So I gotta start.
That shelf over there,
Yeah.
most of them All the sets I have, but like 2 are just from like Christmases year over year.
Yeah.
So if I was smart and I actually took care of them, they're probably worth something.
I used to have a collection of Harry Potter things for like winter. So like for Christmas, I would put them out because all the Harry Potter Legos like would have snow on them. So I'd be like, I just have a Lego Christmas village. Fuck the fact that it's Harry Potter, even though I'm enjoying that
100%.
as well. But like, I got rid of it, so now I kind of like want to build that up again and like have like instead of like one of those.
I just want to be, bro. Do you see those people on Instagram?
I don't want where they have like
they have a garage of just like a Lego city.
I
They
don't
just
need
throw
that
shit in
much.
there. I would fucking love that.
I would like a shelf,
put Batman in there
with like a little like I just want to have like that shit where you like would go to Michael's like or your parents would or whatever, and they'd have those little Christmas houses. But I want that, but like Lego.
I'm sure it exists. If you could buy a Lego Eiffel Tower, I'm sure you could buy a fucking Lego Christmas house.
Yeah,
it's there.
They just made Lego Lord of the Rings for the first time.
I don't care.
Fuck you. Invisible flyback.
But I collected Legos. I collected a lot. But dude, I just fucking collect everything.
Yeah.
It's like
you got me into it. Really.
I did.
I mean,
so we could jump ahead then. To,
well, I also collected like model cars for a while, like where I would like go and like either like build them or no, right in front of my face.
And I got it.
Where you would either build them or you would find them like regularly, and because my dad was also into old cars, we would both go to Target in like the weekend and be like, "You get a car and I get a car."
Hot Wheels was a cool one too. We were talking about cars.
Yeah, but I was so young when I was playing with those, I didn't know what the cars were. I'm like, I like this one.
This one has fire on it. I like this. And you throw it at the wall.
I didn't do that. Wait, no,
we
I did.
For child. Yeah, there you go.
But no, it would go down the ramp and then into the wall. I'd be like, just like
Hot Wheels was fucking cool, dude. If you had the track, I never had the track. I just had a couple of the cars.
Yeah.
But if you time that shit up correctly with the launcher and everything.
Yeah. But I didn't have like enough money to be like going around just being like, I'm gonna collect.
I'm gonna throw it at the wall.
Like 5 years old.
What else did I collect? I collected some action figures, but I was never that person that was like, oh man, I need all these blah 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 blahs. Because I didn't like It was cool in a certain line where you'd be like, oh man, I like this Batman show, and then they put out, or like Ben 10, where they'd be like, oh, Ben 10 had a line of things, and then all the figures were the same size. But I hated how you could be like, oh, here's Ben 10, he's this big, and then you buy Batman, and Batman's like this big, or like a little too, and like the proportions never lined up. So when you're trying to have your fucking little kid imagination, you can't be like, oh look, they're fighting because he's like.
My first thing I collected that I just remembered, McDonald's or Burger King toys, where I would try to get the whole set, and you know what the best fucking one was?
What?
Star Wars Episode 3.
Yeah.
They had all these little figures and everything, and
I did that with Burger King.
It was Burger King, yes.
Burger King had the watches.
No, but they also had these guys. And my one was Darth Vader, because it was also Anakin. So what you would do is they had these little dudes that you couldn't move at all, but you can collect them all, and they had like 12 of them. Me and my friend made his mom pay for us to go back into Burger King and buy all the toys over and over again, and that's just a point. In the same day, we went in like 7 times, and they were like, "Okay, stop coming in here. Which one do you want?" I'm like, "Give me Darth Vader," and it would be Anakin, and the Darth Vader was a shell, and you could pop off both sides. And,
oh, that's cool.
Oh, did you find it?
Yes.
Yes, it was so good. And I loved them.
Their faces are scary.
Can you turn it towards me real quick? Just so I can... Damn.
You have a computer in front of you. Just Google it.
What do I type? Burger King 2003? Like what?
Burger King Darth Vader toy. Have you never been on Google before?
No, what is it? I'm not a good Googler. Yeah. And like the size difference between them, because he has to fit within him. Like... is
one is gigantic, the other one is
incredible. And then you look at the whole set, like it's you got prequels, you got the originals in there, like you got a whole lot going on.
Do they have Rey Skywalker?
No.
Damn, they really should have known about that.
Yeah. You know what else they don't seem to have on here? C-3PO, but they got R2-D2 and green guy. One who looks like an alien who's got really bad masks and everything. What?
Greedo?
No, he's a Jedi and he's just like one who like smiled.
No, not Plo Koon. Whatever.
Yes. Those were my favorite.
So then we could jump ahead to Funko.
There's even more.
Yeah, of course.
They do have C-3PO. That was the other one. They had Han Solo in, I'm gonna get yelled at on the internet. Carbonite?
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? Okay. It's itchy. Yeah, okay, so what were we talking about? Sorry, I got really distracted by my childhood.
Funko.
Yes.
So, basically what happened is, I started working at FYE, which for those who don't know, it's For Your Entertainment. It was a movie CD collectible store, which is now just
the biggest store in our mall, and it closed down for like 5 years and came back as
it came back my senior year.
What you worked as.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know what Funko Pops were.
Oh.
We had them in the center of the store at one point, and I was like, "Oh shit! Look, Gerard Way was the first one I bought. He's
Yeah.
broken in half in that room." And
He
then
was on the podcast.
he was he was on the first one that you and I did on the new set.
Yeah.
Then it just kind of exploded from there. I mean, I can't. I know what your situation was like, but for me, it was like my paychecks from FYE were really bad too. It was like $50 a week. I would that would get me gas, Chipotle on a weekend for work, and then a pop.
Dude, that time was wild. I remember having like a credit card bill that was like
$200.
$200. And I'd be like, how do adults spend this much
Exactly.
money? I'm living on.
I remember my Capital One card, my first one, the limit was $500,
Yeah.
and I had to live with that being maxed out for like a year.
I went to Canada with that. I went to
Yes.
another country for less than $500, and now
my credit card's $11,000, and I'm like, can I use that for really anything right now? No, not really.
I don't
Not
know.
$11,000 a day. I mean, the credit limit is $11,000.
Why would it be a day?
What?
You said
I said it's not debt.
Oh, I thought you meant
It's-
it's not $11,000 a day. Don't like look at me like that. I'm like, that's still a lot if it's not a day.
No, I'm saying that's the limit.
Okay.
But I'm saying like, what? That can't really help me too much.
No.
I mean it can, but like
Well, so like,
Funko Pops.
I really didn't want to get into them. You were very adamant about them, and I'm just like, I don't like any of these. They're like, yeah, it's cool, but it's dumb. It's whatever. Like, you
And then
can't
you
do
got into
anything
it.
with it. You just sit there, and they don't do nothing. And then,
Lord of the Rings.
not yet.
What got you first? Pennywise was first.
It came out, and I'm like,
Oh, it
that's
was the
really
first one, too.
cool.
Yeah.
The first film came out, and I'm like, oh, I have one of
FYE
them.
had an exclusive too. I had to I finessed for you.
Yeah.
Make sure you had it day one.
And I got it, and I'm like, that's really fun. And then I went, and you went, well, there's all these different variations. I'm like, okay, where do you sell that? And you went, nah, that one's only available at GameStop.
Yeah.
And we live right next to a mall.
Mhm.
The
We were at
hunt
that mall
began.
so often.
The hunt was
Oh my
real to the point of we were there with other people who like that was their life.
Yeah.
And like they were like living out of cars, but they're like, we got Funko Pops.
And we started to know them,
Yeah.
which
and
is really weird.
weird because they were all like 40 and we were like 17.
Yeah.
Um.
But it was fun. I
Yeah.
mean, we both got to a bad point. I would say the worst of it was I could put photos here, I guess, where
I
my
had-
collection was at its worst. I think I had 300.
I had 200. And
How many did I have then?
I don't know, but
I had so many
it
more
got
than
really
you.
bad because I got into the Lord of the Rings ones, and I'm like, oh, I just want the Fellowship. I just
Well, see,
want
the
the Knight
problem
of them.
isn't what we
And-
like. The problem is that we were like, oh, we need all of them.
No, but that was the other thing. It wasn't that also that we needed all of them. Is that the moment we got into them really hard, so
Yeah.
did the whole fucking world.
Yes. Yes.
So they're like, oh shit, people are buying these. Let's pump out more
Yeah.
and more
Mhm.
and more. And I'm like, I don't have enough money for all these. Please stop pumping them out because I need them all. And I had like 30 of them from Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
and I still didn't even have the exclusive ones from the cons and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
are a
Impossible
huge
to get.
pain in the ass to get. And so I'm like, I can't do this. And I sold my whole Lord of the Rings collection.
I remember.
Still regret it.
I regret selling a lot.
Yeah.
See, but this is the pros and cons, right? We spent so much money on this stuff. I think at a point my collection was worth $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah.
Because I just had whatever. None of them were grails. It was just I was buying tons and tons of common stuff. So
But you were
for
getting
those who are unaware,
boxes.
common, regular Funko Pop, grail, ones that are worth a lot.
But-
Tony's not really a grail. It's just
No,
an
no, no.
example. I think I only own like one or two grails. So I would say a grail is $100 or more in
Yeah.
terms of worth.
In chases,
Cases, yes.
which have stickers on them, which are
Yes.
like whatever.
Stickers are such a big deal in the fucking Funko world, man. Let me tell you.
Talking about this is making me want to do this again.
If I didn't want to buy a house, I would be doing it already. That's why there's a closet full of a bunch of pops, because I went on that kick. That's why there's a closet full of Goku.
I'm gonna bring the Funko bucket that I have.
The what?
The Funko bucket.
The Funko bucket? Bucket.
The Fuck It bucket. It's easily got like 40 pops in it still.
That you just don't take out?
Nope. And then I have another one. But that one's got the bigger pops in it, so it's
okay,
less
that's different. Okay.
But
my point is,
yeah.
we were at the point where I remember, the funniest thing to me is I could tell that I was like addicted because we were watching a movie.
you're like, there's gonna be a pop. They're gonna make a pop.
No.
Oh.
We were watching a movie, the Bum something with Matthew
Bum?
McConaughey.
A beach bum.
Beach Bum, yes. And it was right when it was before Endgame came out, and they were
I
announcing the
remember this, and you were
Endgame.
sitting there. You're like, look at it. Look at it. It's
Well,
gonna be
because
so
they were
cool.
announcing the Endgame wave
Yeah.
like that night, and they had announced that they were going to do it.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there, I'm refreshing Instagram while I'm watching the movie, and then first of all, the line was mediocre as shit because it was just all a different head with the same bodies.
Yeah.
But that right there is a problem. And then even Captain Marvel was out, and I was like, I need every Captain Marvel that I can because there's like 25 of her.
Well,
and I didn't like the movie.
Where I realized we really had a problem, but I was still having fun with it, is
Yeah.
when Conan came out. for It 2 and Endgame were the same year.
Yeah.
And we both you wanted the Conan Tony and I wanted the Conan Pennywise. And we were up all night putting our names in, trying to win these, going to buy them online. Neither of us ever got them.
No. I owned the Conan one at one point.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I sold it, but
it's still worth $100 now for like the Pennywise one and everything. And I still have that collection. I was actually thinking about selling that collection just
the Pennywise. I think about this is the problem. So having all of them, it's this very thin line because I get in this mindset all the time of where I go, oh, I'm 24, I need to sell this stuff and whatever. Even though I love it, I should get rid of my Legos and whatever. You should collect. Yes. You should collect what you want to collect and enjoy it, but within reason.
Yes.
If you want to be that person who has the disposable income that has a room dedicated to collectibles, go off, dude. Enjoy your money. The world's going to end. You can't take it with you when you go. The problem is then, God damn,
but
where we would get to the point of not just like feeling like we're too much and then feeling guilty, but then it's just needing money.
It was needed. I also needed space.
Yes.
I had nowhere to put them.
I had a wall. I had a wall and then the next wall.
You had essentially a store's inventory worth of Funko Pops.
It was like 200 or 300.
Yeah.
400.
I had so many, and what I was doing is I was always kind of cycling them, and I'm like, if I change it with the seasons and everything, it's really nice, and I can keep doing whatever.
Your collection really didn't seem that big.
It didn't,
looking back on it,
because I always had them in there. But I had about like 15 Pennywise. I had like 30 ones for Lord of the Rings. I had 15 Jacks, and then I had a whole bunch of just random ones in between. It was probably like 150 I had. You know, right now. Putting on my phone, I don't.
I'm trying to find because I took photos when it was at its worst. I just don't remember what year it was.
It was at its worst, probably like 2018.
It was 2019.
Damn,
you were close though.
Yeah, but that's when we fell off immediately because COVID started and a whole bunch of other stuff.
No, 2019. This is before then. This is when I was just like, this is too fucking many. After we went to Massachusetts, and I put them all like on the other side of my room.
Yeah,
there they are. I put that photo up on screen. Back. How many of these do I still have?
Not as many as I thought. It's mainly just Goku now.
Well, it's Goku. There's a ton of Darth Vader in the bedroom.
Yeah.
But at a point, it was like I wanted all the Avengers, every single one, because I had somebody had given me Age of Ultron, like the entire line, and then I was like, you know what? No, it's Cap.
You had so many.
Tony, Thor, Hulk, every single Avengers movie version of them, and then also Goku with all of his different hair. And then I was, I just felt guilty, dude. I was depressed. I felt guilty as shit. I wanted to get rid of them and sell them off for whatever.
But we were also selling off the ones we were no longer fans of so we could buy new ones.
Yes.
And that was bad.
Oh, God, I miss a couple of these. I had the Age of Ultron, Tony. I'm sure you can't find those in good condition anymore. There's a Super Saiyan God Goku that I sold that was a gift from Isaiah that I just bought another one of.
Nice. But, like, as bad as we had it, there's others, like people out there with collectibles that would bankrupt and kill you. I'm currently looking at Sideshow Collectibles.
Yeah.
You know how much their shit is?
Depends on the grail you're talking about. Ready? I bet
I'm not talking about grails.
What?
I said Sideshow Collectibles.
Yeah.
Just a figure of Miles Morales on a stop sign is $450.
Is it
It's like this big.
Is it a Hot Toys? Or is it like super detailed?
Yeah, that
makes total sense.
Yeah.
Made by hand.
I got Prince on a motorcycle here, $800. Like these collectibles, like if you want to collect them, and you don't have money, like you're going bankrupt. Like it's insane how expensive
oh my God, I had so many good ones, man. I had Cold Heart, Broly, who I think is worth a pretty penny right now. What are some of the other ones I got rid of?
I wonder how many we sold because it didn't matter
Nesbit.
at the You sold that one?
I got rid of Mrs. Nesbit a long time ago. Remember I had a whole Kingdom Hearts obsession too?
Yes. Wow. Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out.
Yep. And then it sucked.
Didn't play it.
So many good pops. I had Conan at one point.
And like
I'm positive.
Every once in a while, I'll walk into like an FYE or a Books A Million or like Target or Walmart, and I will look at the pops, and I'll be like, man, I don't care about any of these. And it's like
everything that we liked and we wanted is long gone.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Ghostfly strikes again.
Ghostfly strikes again. No, the only thing that bothers me about collecting, at least in our experience, is selling stuff because you feel like you should, not because you want to or you need to. Like if I could go back, I wouldn't sell Conan Tony. I had the Tony the shitty one who was wearing Hulk's gauntlet from Comic-Con. Had that one, sold that one too because I thought it was inaccurate and it was worth like $60 when I sold it.
Nice. I always sold things when they were worth nothing. The Lord of the Rings ones, I paid like $15, $20 for each of them. I sold them each for like $6.
Yeah, I remember.
I
was there.
lost so much money on
We have
those.
a Gremlin or a Gollum.
Gramlet?
I knew it started with a G. And then there's like pop. There's only been like 2 situations where I've gotten a pop and then it's worth more down the road. Yeah. John Wick I bought for $30. I have the chase, and now it's worth 50 or 60, I think. And Eminem or B Rabbit, the 8 Mile pop, bought for $20 and is worth like I think 150.
But because Funko's on like such a decline now,
it is, and it's sad.
You either have to make a choice of this is something that
you're gonna
is
keep forever?
probably going to keep forever, and more than likely not going to be worth a dime in like 5 years, or sell it now and try to make some of your money back, or like it's slowly gonna turn into the whole like Beanie Baby thing again, where like it's just everyone's just like I'm gonna hold on to these for like 30 years, and 30 years they're gonna be great, and there might be like the really rare ones. There's still probably always gonna be some Funko things.
Even the couple of ones from Comic Cons in like 2012, like Freddy as Iron Man metallic or something. There's like 3 in the world, and they're worth thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Those are, but like you're like Majin Vegeta over there, like
it won't be worth shit.
$1,
no,
50 cents.
Nobody cares.
But even like
it's also like
ones.
You can tell how bad it's getting with the Funko market because it's impossible to sell them right now.
Yeah,
that's why I have like
oversaturated. You cannot. Everything they pumped out 4 times as many as you needed, and it got to the point where like even when you were working at FYE, you couldn't put out new ones because no one was buying the old ones because they just put out. They're like, oh, we got this new movie coming out. Let's put 30,000, and like you would get something like the Avengers, and you would put out. They even oversaturated it with those, but you would get something like Pennywise, and those they put out an incredible. Like perfect amount where they were rare and finding one was fun, but then they came out with the second wave of it, and then it was like, oh, this is boring now. Like they're just everywhere, and like having them be rare is what made it fun. But because they wanted to just make money and have everybody have one, then it was just like, okay, this is a piece of plastic now.
Yeah, and then it's the thing that used to make me so happy and excited about Funko is it was like an event. When SDCC would show up, I think sat outside, like waited outside stores twice, I think, or 3 times, because there were exclusives that I really liked. Like Mark 1 Iron Man, I can remember waiting at GameStop in the morning for the shared exclusive to be like, man, that's a great pop. Don't have it anymore, but it's a great pop. But now it's like, now that it's so oversaturated, but they just don't listen to their fans, I think.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the SDCC reveals for this year?
No, I stopped looking at them like 3 years ago. Yeah.
They all suck. You have like one that's Fairly Odd Parents that's kind of cool, and then the rest are like, oh no, the Frodo one you're gonna like where he's holding the ring.
Yeah.
But you don't
get that back. I might start this again.
Honestly,
that's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive?
Yeah.
Can I pre-order it online?
I don't know who it's shared with.
I mean, if we're going to continue putting them on the podcast and everything, we kind of talked about like possibly getting a couple more just for like the purpose of the podcast.
Brendan.
Yeah.
I would totally, 100%, without a doubt. I've told this to Timmy a ton of times too. If we ever hit the lottery, the first thing I'm doing is going to the Apple store. And the second thing I'm doing is just hopping on Mercari and buying every pop that I sold or have wanted.
Oh, I'm going to buy a life-size set of Sauron armor that I can wear. Damn.
Good, right?
Yeah, that's real good. Fuck.
Is it good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna buy it?
Probably. If I'm getting back into this, I might. But I can't justify getting back into it now because, like I said, I want the
There's
fellowship.
There's got to be parameters.
I want the fellowship, but I also want Treebeard.
You sold Treebeard? Rip.
Both Gandalfs. Balrogs. Need them all.
You totally get back into it, especially right now while you're not paying rent.
They're just
if you're gonna do it, now's the time.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Fuck, I don't have enough space.
Make space. Make a wall. Move stuff.
I already have a wall.
I had a wall, and then I felt bad for Timmy, so I moved it.
It has to be on a shelf. If you just have it as a wall, it's a problem. But I want it, so I know no one else can see it.
Okay.
I wanted to buy this when I got the apartment originally.
The fireplace?
Yes. But on the side was 2 shelves going up on each side of
the
the TV.
You put pops on them.
And it had lights in it, and I would fill those with pops. But,
yeah.
But then, like, it limited the size of the TV that you can get.
Yes.
And everything, and I just never got it. But so now I have a shelf, but for, like, less of them.
I just think I'm so torn. There's certain pops I want to buy, but I also can't justify it because I'm at the point now where I said I'm trying to save money for a house because the market is horrible and renting sucks right now, and student loans are coming up. But every time I get money, I'd rather like the other day I bought this fucking big green screen instead when I could have bought a Funko Pop. Cheap, but doesn't matter.
This is more useful.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You can put any Funko Pop you want right there. There's Frodo again.
Why am I going to spend $50 on Tony Stark Conan when $50 got me these 2 lights?
Yeah. Oh, see, this is where I stopped. I just found the one that killed it for me. There was just...
Is it a Pennywise?
No. It was like a orc called like Galschnack or some shit like that.
Oh, that's right. It was a shared Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, and I got it at Books A Million, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. And I'm like, this one means nothing to me. But I got to the point where it was no longer, I was getting what I wanted. I'm like, it has the label on it, I'm buying it.
Yes. That's what sucks. That's why I have a Tony Stark that's very specific. I think it's a collector's exclusive or something that has the foil cards with it.
Yeah.
That I've been trying to sell for years, and that nobody will buy because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. Then like you wait like 20, 30 more years, and then they're just like, wow, this is worth something again. Or just like, wow, look at that garbage.
Okay, I'm gonna run through quick-ish the top 30 collectibles right now that people are collecting in 2023.
Okay.
Ready? You just got to tell me if it makes sense, if you would do it, or if
just
it's
yay
stupid.
or nay?
Yay, nay. Yes, exactly. Ready? Number 30. Also, hypothetically, you have all the money in the world.
Okay.
Cars.
Yay.
Yeah. Probably have like one.
I like vintage cars and like also
exactly,
like
classic cars,
and then like one like or 2 supercars.
I'd have like 2.
I like McLarens.
Marbles.
Marbles? No, nay.
You don't want to collect marbles?
No, I don't.
You can eat them.
If you say stamps next, I'm walking out.
Star Wars collectibles.
Yeah.
Various collectibles.
Yay.
I think the action figures look fucking stupid.
Oh, the old ones that are worth like
just the Star Wars ones in general. Like some of the busts look really cool, like what you were saying, the hyper real or hyper detailed thing that costs like $500.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Remember the deal I made about the Kylo Ren helmet?
No.
I told myself if I ever walked in to a store that had the
Kylo
Kylo
Ren
Ren
like
helmet,
$300 helmet.
yeah, get to be the one. I've been to several Comic-Cons since then. They always have the other helmets, but no one ever holds the Kylo Ren one, and I'm always so happy because I'm like, if I see it, I have to buy it. It's the rule.
I made a blood oath. Baseball cards.
No. I used to collect hockey cards when I was younger, but like just the Devils because I was a fan of them.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Dolls. Old dolls.
Oh, my great-grandmother had that. It was fucking creepy.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah.
This feels wrong. Military badges.
I wouldn't do that, but that sounds kind of fun.
That sounds cool, but that feels wrong.
Yeah.
Retro gaming systems.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'll just play it on the internet.
Yeah, okay, fair
I'm not a retro fan. Signed posters.
No.
I see the appeal. But no. Vinyl records.
No.
I would. If I knew how to hang them up correctly, I would. I would never use the vinyl. But at the same... What?
My dad has a box of like 200 in the basement.
Of course. But your dad was also... He also grew up in that time.
Yeah.
He's not like one of the new kids that are like, I'm going to buy it and hang it up, like what I just said.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is at that point, you could just print a poster.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and put it in a frame and be like, it's a vinyl.
Exactly.
Or do what Funko did and sell a Funko Pop with one.
Those are cool. Some of those are really fucking cool.
I have one.
You do? You have the Black Parade?
I do.
I sold mine. Sports memorabilia.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Flatware.
What?
Dishes, pans.
Oh. Oh.
Antique furniture.
There's no fly!
He just flew by your head. That's what they want you to think. Rugs.
No, but you know what I do like?
What?
I like going on like YouTube or like Instagram or whatever and watching people clean rugs.
Yeah, those are really nice. It also just makes me think, they're like, oh, I'm going to put this chemical in it, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And I'm like, throw it away.
So satisfying.
Fine wine.
Yeah, I could do that.
I get it.
I'm not even a big wine drinker, but that sounds fun. I could collect bourbons like a motherfucker, though.
That'd be... you and I are going to take a trip to Costco, maybe this Sunday.
Costco? No.
No,
we're going to go to Gary's liquor store. That shit's huge.
You'll see. Costco, I think, in Wayne.
Gary's is also in Wayne.
So we'll just go to both.
Okay.
Books.
Books?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say...
See? Flew right by you and mocked you. Books?
Okay. I don't give a fuck.
What?
But I always wanted a nice looking library.
That's fair.
So
Like, I'm not going to read them.
a couple Christmases ago, I asked some people to get me some books. so that I could have a nice, like, cool looking, like, fun thing. And if, like, you know, the world ends again, I got some books. I got like 5-6 books.
Haven't opened them.
I'm not fucking reading them.
Timmy got really into books when we went to Disney in January, and I bought a Star Wars book just to be like, oh, I'll read it with you.
Having said that, I would love an original copy of like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or something like that because I am so into it. It's always going to come back to that.
It is. It's always going to come back to
wait,
that.
do we get to watch them again and rank them?
It's fine art.
Fine art. No. Most fine art I don't actually like. If it, like I won't collect it.
This flower was $10.
So fine.
Exactly. Vases and pottery.
No.
Vintage jewelry.
No.
No?
Wait, how vintage? Like ancient jewelry or like 1920s?
Vintage jewelry, 1900s or earlier. No. Watches. I could see it. I could definitely see it.
I'd have like 5.
Incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
Porcelain figures.
What? No. Fuck am I?
Action figures.
No.
It'd have to be very specific.
Well, like we talked about before, those, what was the brand that was? Sideshow? And like, whatever, and like, what was the other one? Black something?
I don't know. You know, Transformers I could do. But like some of the expensive, like $150 Transformers that are like super
I like the
detailed.
statues more. Like, I don't need to, I don't need to be a toy at this point. I don't need to play with that. I just want to look at something fucking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on there, so I'm going to ask it right now. Helmets.
We're not there yet.
It's on there?
I don't know. I didn't look through it before I got started.
Okay.
Magazines and catalogs.
No.
Old photos.
Of like my family.
Yeah, that seems creepy.
Yeah.
Board games.
No, I throw them out after a while. It's like, how many versions of fucking Monopoly do you need?
I want to fucking play Monopoly so bad. I
got
have
it.
such an itch. Okay, I'm going to buy the Always Sunny version.
But I have Nightmare Before Christmas version.
I still pick mine. Number 6, Legos.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. 100%. They keep their value too. Comic books.
No.
I would never. Stamps.
No.
Happy Meal toys.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Why?
Seems a little weird.
It's for more a nostalgia thing than anything.
Yeah, that I can get.
Like not like all of them, but like be like, oh, that'd be cool to have those. So maybe.
There's 2 left, and then I have a couple that I'll just rattle off.
Okay.
Money, paper money.
I have coins.
Number 1 is coins.
My grandfather was really into it, so every time I went to his house, he would be like, "Here's some fancy coins." I'm like, I don't know what this means, so I just have them in case they are worth something, but I don't do anything with them.
Ready? Helmets. This is just off my brain.
Off your brain?
Yes.
How'd you come up with that one?
I have no idea.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
100%.
I would love to have a room with like pedestals, like Roman busts, just different nerdy helmets.
That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
Movie props.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd be super fucking cool.
I have a sword. It'll be on the podcast hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Even the sword?
The sword.
It was a movie prop?
Not a real one. Like it was a remake.
Stupid.
I'm sorry, I don't have $4,000 to drop on a sword from New Zealand.
Physical media. CDs, movies.
VHS tapes.
Sure.
No.
I would say yes, 100% to that.
Oh, God.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Collectibles.
Yeah, I can't believe we got through this. It took like 3 tries.
I know, it was really bad. It took us like 15 minutes just to get into it. Okay. Like? Subscribe?
Yes.
Thought you were going to try to rhyme with it.
Oh. I said bike because we were talking about something before.
Oh.
Oh, what was it? Subscribe?
Subscribe?
I don't know.
Goodbye.